everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to make some homemade coleslaw today, and I know a lot of my lovely subscribers often ask to see, you know, my recipes and things that I make. So I'm going to show you how I make it, okay? So I've got my grater. I make this literally all by hand, quite in the old-fashioned way. So I've got my grater, and I'm going to start off just grating some carrots. So I'm just going to take two sort of smallish to medium carrots, give them a quick rinse, and a little bit of a dry. You can see my slow cooker here because I've just literally, if I move that as my slow cooker, because I've literally just cooked some gammon in there. So I'm just going to top and tail the carrots. Okay, and I'm going to grate them on the larger side. So if you prefer to just chop them, then that's up to you, obviously, but it can be a little bit tedious trying to chop them really, really finely. So that's why I tend to grate them. Right, so there's the grated carrot in here. Now I've got some white cabbage, which I've rinsed, and I'm going to grate this. So I've got a couple of bits that I've chopped off the cabbage, and I'll just see how it goes as to how much I want to end up using. Right, so that's I used both of those pieces of cabbage, so that's all the cabbage in there. So now I'm going to do an onion. I'm going to put in a red onion. I think I'll probably just go with half, actually. See how it tastes with just half an onion in it. Right, here we go. Now I'm going to put the other half in. It doesn't look enough to me. Okay, so I've had to change bowls, so this one's rather full now, and there's no way I can really mix this without making an awful mess. I'm just going to pop it into this bowl, just so I can give it a good mix, and then I'll put it back into this one so I can keep it in the fridge. And mix. Right, so that's mixed up nicely. Right, so now I'm going to season it. This is just how my family like it, so you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But I'm just going to pop some salt in. Obviously you do that to taste. Some black pepper. If I'm doing this for children that are coming, like the grandchildren, I would take some out and wouldn't put all the seasoning in with theirs. Then I add just the tiniest little bit of lemon juice. This is just one of the squeezy lemons that I've got in the pantry. So just like that. That's it. Just a couple of little squirts. It can be any mayonnaise, you know. It really depends. But I probably picked this one up because it was on offer or something. I've used own brand mayonnaises and they're fine. So I'm going to start with just a couple of spoonfuls. Mix it up just to see what that's like and, you know, how it mixes, because you don't want it to be too sort of sloppy mayonnaisey, but you want it to hold everything together. Excuse the dogs barking. Chris has just gone out, he's gone to the shops, and so they're having a little whinge. Right, I'm going to put a little bit more mayo in this. Not a lot, but a little bit. That'd be as much as I use in the way of mayo. Then, as this is for the adults, I put in a little tiny bit of mustard powder. It just gives it that little would you say, sort of va-va-voom to it. So just, you know, that much, about 1/4 teaspoon. Just pop that on top of that last blob of mayonnaise and then give it a good old mix. You can hardly taste it, but I notice the difference if I haven't put it in. Right, I'm just going to give that a little taste. Right, my final thing. Right, the final ingredient I use is a little bit of sweetener. You can use sugar if you want to, but I find this cuts back on like the acidity taste that you get of all the different ingredients. So I'm just going to go in with, I don't want it to be sweet, I just want to take that taste away. Okay, so I'm just going in with just one of these level teaspoons of sweetener. So say you can use sugar, but the sweetener is so fine that you're not going to get any of those sort of granule bits in there from the granulated sugar. And that will make all the difference. So I'm going to have another taste. I'll use the spoon this time. Perfect. Right, there we are. That is done. There we go. My homemade coleslaw, absolutely speedy and free on Slimming World. You've got all your speedy in here. You've got, okay, you'd have to send your mayo, but if you're not having, you know, maybe your fats, your cheese and things like that, you could include that maybe, but I didn't put an awful lot in there. This will keep in the fridge for a good couple of days, but this will probably be used today, I imagine. So there you have it then, guys. Here it is, my homemade coleslaw, all ready now to be chilled down in the fridge. Today, for Sunday lunch, I'm cooking gammon, which I've cooked in the slow cooker, and I've added 2 of the ham oxos to the water in the slow cooker. That's all cooked now. I'm going to be cooking some new potatoes and some salad, and then of course the coleslaw, and I'll probably cook up some hard-boiled eggs as well. So yeah, bon appetit. If you'd like to see any more of my homemade cooking and my recipes that I use, then just comment down below, and yeah, I'm happy to share all of it with you. And I'm going to make a playlist now of things that I do at home, the cooking that I do at home, just to make it that little bit easier. So I'm going to start that playlist, and then you'll be able to click on that just for like that, my wholesome homemade cookery. See you in the next one.